grounded. Let me give you an example of how you know you're not grounded. Overthinking, anxious, scattered, just unsettled, fearful, all these things. A lot of energy up here. Obviously, this is the opposite of grounded because you're up here. You're in your head. You're overthinking. And grounding means being in tune with your body. Which, you know what? Hey, I'm being called out because I know I'm not. Because I know I haven't been, like, taking care of myself like I said yesterday. Hey, good morning or afternoon or whatever time it is. I'm actually dressed today because I just needed to get dressed because I know we've been talking about my hair. Okay, I'm gonna wash it today, but I'm gonna wash it later today. So I just was like, I need to get myself together first. I woke up kind of feeling odd today. I felt I felt resistance to get on live or to just do anything. I'm supposed to be challenging myself to post every day for the month of December. Well, I'm supposed to go on live on here or whatnot every day. And I don't even know what this is. I still don't know what I'm doing here. And I think it's starting to get to me a little bit. Not get to me, but I'm starting to like feel like, what am I doing here? And I don't know. You know, that's the part of this process where you try something new and you kind of just go for it. And you don't really plan anything out. And for me, I'm a planner. Like, I need a good schedule, a good like outline, a good like know all the details as to what I'm doing. Usually before I start something, I would do that. So because we're in this whole Sagittarius season and it's like YOLO season, nobody says YOLO anymore, but it's like, hey, let's just try it. Let's just do it, not overthink it, not take it seriously. And so I was on that vibe earlier this month when I decided to like just hop on whatnot, not knowing kind of what route I was going to be taking with this. And then also, so I'm going live on here from 8 to 9 a.m. every day. And then I'm also going live on my YouTube. I mean, I'm not going live. I'm also posting daily videos on my YouTube channel. So, oh, there you go. Nine dimes. Hey, 9 dimes. Thank you for your comment that you gave me. Yeah, we're gonna have a session at the end of this live to kind of go. I have a question because I need help on whatnot. And also I saw that you follow me. I think you follow me on my Healthy Girl Healing account, my YouTube account, which thank you. But I also want to give you a heads up. I don't use that account right now because I just have so many accounts. But my main account is, let me put it here, the one that I'm actually posting on every day and the one that I've had for like a long time is that. So if you ever want to follow me on my YouTube channels and see what I'm posting on there every day. And then also, like, I've been content creating since 2016. So you'll probably be surprised-ish of what you see because I kind of went through a whole transition. Like, I started off as a beauty girl and I was doing a lot of beauty, hair-related content. And then I had a identity crisis like a couple years ago. In astrology, we call it our Saturn return era. Okay, I'm going through my Saturn return, which happens when you're about 27 to 30. You kind of like really encounter some challenging life circumstances, things to help mature you, but it's not so easy, especially if you haven't been living like your life for yourself. And you've been, or maybe you just change, you know, obviously people grow and change or stuff like that. So anyways, went through that, and then I like started like working at a metaphysical store because I needed to, like, I don't know, I just wasn't, it's just, there's so much stories. We don't need to go into that right now. That's a whole nother story. Plus, you can follow that. You can go to my YouTube channel and hear it and see the whole journey. I've documented my whole crisis era, not crisis, but like, yeah, that time. But anyways, any day I feel low or down, I go live on Whatnot. Pumps me up every time. Wow, so I'm gonna have to join your lives. What do you do, Nine? Like, what am I, like, I just still feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I should be shuffling cards as I'm talking. I just kind of, I guess, like I said, I didn't go into this with like, I really don't know. I told you guys I ended up getting on a live by one of my favorite entrepreneurs, Gary V, and he told me, like, he's been like pushing that people need to go on Whatnot, and yeah, well, and that's great. But I don't have a physical product to sell. I do have my readings to sell, and that I'm not really like I'm not opening up quite yet, because I need to, I don't know, I just feel like I'm not ready. But I also want to be able to like get into the flow of being on live and just getting into the flow. So I guess I understand that I'm going to be feeling like this uncertainty, because that's what happens when you try something new and you don't know what to expect from it. And also, like, I haven't been marketing this. Like, I know I could be promoting it. I think that's what you told me, something about promoting and sharing. And I haven't been doing that because, like, low-key, I don't even really feel ready to be seen. Because I don't really know what I'm doing here. So I feel like I don't want to like promote this live to my followers or anything like that. Like, I've been saying it here and there, but I just don't know what I'm doing quite yet. So I'm like, I want to get into a flow first before I'm like introducing people to come here. I don't know. So yeah, like my ideal idea was to like have people like join with me, and I give them like an example of what a mini session would be like. So then you guys can see, because the thing is, you won't know that I'm what I do. I mean, unless you already know about astrologers and stuff like that, and whatever. But even then, like, anybody can say they're an astrologer, or anybody can say that they're this, da da da. And I'm not about talk. Like, I'm about like, oh, let me prove it. And I can only prove it if I'm on camera with somebody. Because then you can see their genuine reaction and stuff like that. So I think that's the biggest thing, because I just kind of want to, I just want to talk to people like face to face. And I want to, like I said, give them like a little example of what a mini reading will be like, and use that to organically promote my readings in the future, that if I decide to open up. So, well, when I decide to open it. So I guess I feel like, and also like, I don't know. Yeah, like personally, even for me, like I'm an Aquarius, and I'm all about community and other people. So to be the center of attention and just be talking about myself for like multiple days is also not comfortable for me. Like, I'm like, hey, can I help anybody in their life, please? I've been talking about myself for like, what is it, December 4th now? It's only 4 days. But I'm just kind of like, oh, I'm tired of talking about myself and my life. Can I like talk about somebody else, please? Can I help somebody else? This is what I'm never I'm the one in the conversation, or when I have conversations with people, I'm like, how are you? Oh, what are you? There's a lot of questions about them, because that's just me. Like, I just don't like to talk about myself in my life. Like, I do this because I know that through me being vulnerable and also connecting the energy in the astrology and blah, blah, blah to my life, you guys have an example of how it plays out. Because that's for me too. Like, I'm all about trying to prove what I'm doing. Like, I don't want to just do what I'm doing. Like, there's so many people that just talk about astrology, and there's so many people who give readings, but like, who knows, like, that could be a bunch of caca for anybody for any, like, I want to show, like, this shit is real. Like, I'm not just, like, pulling cards just for fun, just to give you a little pump, an energy pump to be like, okay, like, no. Like, the stuff that happens, that comes out is guidance that I'm receiving through a higher power, through, that's my belief, okay? And that's not just a belief. Like, I spent the past couple years, literally every morning I will wake up, pull some cards for myself personally, before I was doing it professionally, and I would pull some cards. I will look at the astrology, and then I'll journal, and sometimes I'll film it too. Then I'll go about my life, and then I will see if there was any connections that was made, and there was. And so I would document that and talk about, like, oh my gosh, in this reading that I had earlier, or within the card, it said this, and then this happened in my life. Or astrologically, it said this, and this happened in my life. So I got to see that, because for me, I was a skeptical person. Like, before I got introduced to, like, being spiritual, I guess. I don't even know how to call it, because I feel like we all are spiritual. It's just, like, if you use it or not, or spiritually in tune, or whatever. But for me, like, when I started working at that metaphysical store a couple years ago, like, I was just a girl who liked to do yoga and liked the essential oils, and got recommended to work at the metaphysical store because one of my family members thought that it would be a good environment for me, because at the time I was struggling with anxiety. So then I met the lady, the owner, and then I ended up doing social media marketing for her, because she found out that I was doing my channel, and blah, blah, blah. And then, and then I remember her saying, because I had to learn about all the products. I had to learn about crystals, and I had to learn about tarot to sell it, right? And then, and then I remember her telling me, I hope you know that this is gonna change your life as well. Because I was just there to, like, help them, but she was like, it's not just you being here, it's not gonna help us, but it's gonna change your life too. And in my head I was like, okay. Like, I'm not learning this to use these things, or to be into these things. I'm just here to promote it for you guys. And a couple years later, she was right. My whole life changed. But I wasn't really into, like, I mean, I like crystals, and I like oracle and tarot and all that stuff like that. These are nice tools. I don't necessarily think you need them, because ultimately you should, like, learn to like build a relationship with you and your body. Like, your body will tell you everything you need to know. Your heart, your intuition, that is, like, and I feel like a lot of people are so out of touch with their bodies, and they go to exterior people for validation, which is okay if you're in the beginning stages of, like, learning, because that's fine. I mean, obviously me too. Like, I had a metaphysical teacher who helped me learn about myself and how to get in tune with myself, and also, like, it's also sometimes we need the validation, even as a practitioner. For me, I still, like, sometimes get readings from my metaphysical teacher and just certain things like that, because, like, sometimes the validation is nice. Even me using cards, it's like, sometimes that's helpful, and that's also, like, sometimes you do need that. So anyways, I don't know, I'm just rambling. I don't even know what I was talking about, to be honest, or why I even started rambling. But, yeah. Working on reading chat too. A lot of people like interaction. Yeah, I know, Blaze, but I just also, I think I'm afraid to read the comments sometimes, because I've been doing this for a while, so I don't know, I'm just kind of, like, protecting my energy. I think when I read the comments, because I'm very sensitive to energy, and even when I read comments, I feel like, in a sense, I feel people's, like, energy, in a sense. I don't know. So I just kind of, I guess, I don't know, I need to work on it, because I'm, like, a little fearful of what I'm going to see in the comments, because I know there's people who are actually interested, and there's some people who are going to talk crap, like, trolls and just different people, and I don't really care, but I guess because I'm so new to this, I'm kind of, like, I rather, I don't know, like outside information or energies. I don't want it to like crowd what I'm doing, but I don't know. You're right. I know. So for me, I like to read the comments like towards the end a little bit, because I don't want it. And also I'm easily distracted too. So I just, oh gosh, what the heck? I know they don't want me to read you guys all these cards here. Okay, fine. I'll read the cards. I'll read the comments. Okay. He wants you to buy his cards because they go like hotcakes on here. I'm not sure if this platform is exactly what you're looking for, but there's a few people that die shows like this. Huh? I'm not sure if this platform is exactly what you're looking for, but there's a few people that die shows. What do you mean that die shows? What does that mean? You mean die? Oh, do shows like this? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, for real? So there's other people who just do like astrology readings and like tarot readings and stuff like that? Okay, so then what do they do after that? Like, how does it, like, what do they do? Do they just give readings, or do they like sell things and stuff like that? Okay, let's see. Let's see what card. Let's get a tarot card. No, you're fine. I don't mind you helping. I don't mind the help, but I'm also just trying to, I'm just literally just telling you what comes to my mind. That's it. It's not to be taken too seriously. I'm just kind of like venting my feelings in a way that makes sense. Or not. Oh wow, 9 of Diamonds. Thank you. I mean, there's a reason. Honestly, I truly believe there's a reason why, like, whoever stayed like 9 of Diamonds, I feel like you've been here 9 dimes. I keep calling you 9 of Dimes. 9 dimes. There's a reason why you joined this the first time or the second time whenever you follow me, and there's a reason why you see something in this show that I've been doing and you continue to keep coming here. So for me, like, I look at that as like there's a reason for that. And yeah, so thanks. So all right, so let's see what cards came out today. This dang card again. Okay. This card came out again for the second time this week. It says, name your higher self. And for me, this is just a reminder, telling me to remind me of like my why I started doing this, and where, and also look at like the future me. Like where do I feel like, well, first of all, my higher self is like who I look at as like the best version of myself. Like, who am I trying to evolve into, or not? I mean, I'm trying to evolve to myself, but who's the highest elevation of myself? And if I think of like my dream self, quote unquote, even though I am that, I just have to like grow my confidence enough to get to there, and also heal myself and work on my own traumas, blah blah blah. I do look at, I don't know, I see a woman who is not overthinking everything and just doing it, and knowing that, and being confident with like my abilities and promoting myself, and getting a lot of like clients, and helping people. Like really helping people. Like I wish you guys knew how much I'm like wanting to change. I just want to, I don't know. I think we all want to help people. I mean, a lot of people say that, but it's just like if you to rip open my heart and see like my actual DNA and my stuff. I'm like, I'm not here for no play stuff. Like that is not this. I honestly had to go through a process of like learning the value of money, because I was just a person before, like, I don't care about money, I just want to help people, like, I don't care about, but then I wasn't attracting money when I didn't care about money and value money, and so I was helping people for sure, but then I was like struggling, and then I would realize, oh, being a person who don't care about money that's not as cool as you think, because then you're gonna end up struggling, and how you gonna help people when you are not able, in the means to. So then I'm kind of working through of like, okay, like, you are worthy of your time. It is okay if you like charge for your services, or and that doesn't make you like a bad person or whatever. It's like, that is your time. You spent how many years like putting in the work on yourself to get to where you are, so you can help and blah 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 blah. So I see a confident girl or woman who knows her worth, and who feels like, who doesn't burn out because she's overgiving more than she feels like she is receiving. And she has found the balance of knowing her self-worth, but also like still being able to here and there do like nice things just for just because, so I do see my Healthy Girl Healing business thriving. Like I said, for me, Healthy Girl Healing looks like me giving one-to-one consultations, or like astrology and tarot, or like couples or group. I would love to do like I host women's circles, or full moon and new moon circles and ceremonies. So I want to do more of that. I do that in person, but I definitely want to do more virtual stuff. And I just want to give consultations. Like I wanted to be a therapist at some point for a lot of my life, but then I kind of had my spiritual journey thing happen. So now I want to merge the two. And the things that I've done in the past that feels so fun for me is like helping people, or even validating people what they want to do. Like I feel like I'm really good at being a hype person, and I see what people lack in seeing in themselves. And I want to help bring people who are so behind the scenes see their light. And the few times I've given readings, my favorite readings was from people who like was doing so, they had so much like behind, like so much about them, and they were so like, they were just hiding. I'm like, do you realize where you could be right now? But you're like limiting yourself, which is so funny though, because I feel like in a sense it applies to me. So as I be giving readings to people, I'm just like, I know this is what I needed to hear too. So I usually get paired. It's just funny how like people that I give readings to resonates with me, and that's just what life. That's not a coincidence. I already know that. So yeah, that's my version of my higher self, I guess. No, I'm not gonna guess. That's true. Where I am feeling worthy and learning the balance and not giving more than I feel like I mean, it's not about that, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. Let's see. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to read the comments because Blaze is telling me I need to read them. Okay. They sell a lot of crafts, jewelry, typical. You'll be fine. You have great energy. Yes, there's others that do readings and sell little trinkets of this. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you, Vans. Okay. There's a lot of this, but energy is everything. I clicked in for your energy specifically. Thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you, natural state of high. My higher self is named Nine of Dimes. What is Nine of Dimes? You're going to have to explain what does that mean. I know there's a meaning behind that. We need financial resources to make change. Charging for your services also gives the buyer some skin in the game. Ah, okay. I'm excited to see you're here. You're going to find your people. Okay, see, I can't keep reading the comments because I don't need to get hyped up, guys. Like, I appreciate it. But, no, I appreciate it. But I want to stay, like, I don't know how to describe it. But I appreciate it. I appreciate that. And I receive it. Okay. Next card is get grounded. Wow. Okay, so let me give you an example of how you know you're not grounded. Me right now. Being like overthinking. You're very here. There's a lot of activity and stuff going on here. Overthinking, anxious, scattered, just unsettled, fearful, all these things. A lot of energy up here. Obviously, this is the opposite of grounded because you're up here. You're in your head. You're over there. And grounding means being in tune with your body. Which, you know what? Hey, I'm being called out because I know I'm not. Because I know I haven't been, like, taking care of myself. Like I said yesterday, I have not been on my routine. I know this is going to be crazy to you guys, but I need to wake up early, okay? I need to wake up a couple of hours before I start my work so I can dedicate time to take care of myself. And the times that I do that is the times where I have the best days. I feel fulfilled personally. I feel fulfilled work-wise because I have enough energy to do my work and I don't feel depleted because I didn't take care of myself. I also have, I end up finishing work on time and not like working late at night because then I don't have time for my partner. But when I wake up early and I do all that, I have enough time to give to everything. Myself first, because you should focus on yourself first. And then I end up finishing work on time and then I don't have to go over and then I can meet my boyfriend when at the end of the day, at the end of the night, you know, and to eat and blah, blah, blah. So all aspects of my life are in balance, in flow. And I have not been waking up on time. I have not been, and because I haven't been going to sleep on time. And that's the bad thing about trying to wake up, like waking up early. Like you have to wake up, you have to go to sleep at a decent time. So when you're not, and you're trying to wake up early, which I think that's what I've been trying to do, I'm losing sleep. So I'm setting myself up for failure. Like, what the freak? Like, so that's where I am. I'm like all out of whack, and I'm just like also still trying to keep up with what I said I was gonna do. And that's post every day. And so but then I'm also working. So like I said, I'm a social media marketer, and I do the same thing that I'm trying to do for myself for a metaphysical business and a spiritual coach. And it's a lot. It's the point. It's a lot if I'm not like taking care of myself. So every morning, my whole morning routine usually involves me waking up. I know this is going to be crazy, okay? At 5 a.m., yes, I have to wake up early. Okay? 5 a.m. and I need to meditate. I like to meditate for like 15 minutes. I need to journal. And then I like to go to the gym, or I like to do some yoga to stretch. And then I need to eat a good breakfast. I need to have some fruits in there. I need to drink some water, all that stuff like that. And I can't even remember the last time I did that. That's so bad. Probably last week. I don't know. But, a lot of things has been happening in my life personally. So, anyways, I'm just rambling. But I'm trying to say this is why I haven't been having time to be grounded. Grounding includes, like, meditating, breathing. Because when you breathe, that takes you out of here and it makes you focus on this, right? You're connected to your breath. When you go for a walk, and I like to walk with music, but sometimes I really like to challenge myself to just walk with no music and be present. It's boring at first, but then like you start to notice, oh, look at the trees, or look at the sky. Who looks at the sky? I feel like people be forgetting about how like beautiful that, like the clouds. Okay. So yeah, those are examples. If you guys haven't been feeling grounded, those are some. I love that for you. Wake up and meditate on the Totally for at least 15 minutes. Okay, I love that for you. You can do that. You can totally do that. As long as you're focusing on your breath, and well, I guess if you're okay. Anyways, I'm gonna not. I'm not okay. See, views have already gone on. Just interaction chats. Love your personality. So don't be scared of. I'm not scared of you guys. Like I've been doing this blaze for a long time. Okay, it's just I also don't want to look at the like I don't want like I appreciate the views and the comments, but I don't want that. I think you got just in period. Just as a person who's been on social media for a long time, like. I got caught up in views and engagement too much at some point, and that messed me up. So I don't want to really focus on that. That's why even the comments is hard, because sometimes, yes, it is nice to hear good comments, but I don't want that to touch my ego. I don't want that to mean anything to me. Like it has in the past, and I got used to seeing good comments. And then when it didn't happen, it messed me, or when you have an off day or whatever, then that starts to get to you internally. So I really want you guys to know I appreciate it, I see it, and I'm just trying to be more intentional with like not using it to like validate me or make me feel good. Like I want to validate myself. So that's me talking myself up and saying like, and working through these feelings, because it's normal to be uncertain about a route that you're taking. And I don't want to like use like looking at you like others to be like, oh yes, okay, you know, I want to tell myself like, Jess, you got this, like it's okay, like I understand why I'm feeling like this, like name your higher self, you know. So I want to go through that process myself first, and not just like be so eager to like see if anybody relate, you know, like because I know how that does for me in the past. And this is advice for others. Like I think it is you just have to be careful to not like to be involved in the views or the comments, like initial, like to hype you up. It shouldn't be your first thing to hype you up, in my opinion, because like things change. Like this is coming from a person who has grown, like go to my Jess Creations channel. You guys will see my journey. I have grown a following. I've had brand deals. I've done all of that. And like, so I'm not new to this. I'm just like now trying to be able to be because I took a break for a while because I had to I got too caught up in the noise, you know, and now I've started to come back a little bit, and when I took a break, I focused on other people. Like that's when I started growing other people's business, and now it's like, oh, now like God is telling me it's your time. You know, like you need to be working on your stuff too while you're helping people. And so, like, this is me kind of slowly getting back in here. But I'm like, this time, I want to do it for myself. And also still help others. But I don't want to get lost in the numbers and all that stuff like that. Because that really got to me. So, I just want you guys to know this. And also pass it on to anybody else who is on their journey. And, just know that I appreciate everything, and I see the comments, and I see all that, but I definitely want you guys to know why I'm being maybe, I don't know, weird about certain things. I don't know. I'm just trying to be more intentional, okay? That's just it. So, alright, so I'm going to pull the last card here, and then I'm going to read the comments at the end. I'll scroll through. And then we got the Six of Swords. Oh, and a mental card here. So the swords represents your mind, your communication, mental stuff. So let's see. Oh gosh. And it's reversed. So let's see. Six of Swords. Okay, it says temporarily moving away from difficulties in order to gain perspective. When the Six of Swords show up in a reading, its message is simple. Staying in the troubled heart will not solve whatever ails you. You are encouraged to get out and explore. It could be a trip abroad or a day trip to a more local destination. The goal is to discover a more generous perspective on the current situation, and to this end, changing your scenery a bit will help. Of course, the solution is not to outrun your problems, so they will still be there to be solved upon your return. But when you embark on a voyage, large or small, you almost cannot help but move from a troubled state of mind into a more expansive one. So this being reversed means stagnation, plans postponed, or ignoring problems. So it shows that we need to do something like different, like getting, like, say for me, I'm gonna put myself as an example. Like, I've kind of been doing the same thing every day. I feel like I've been going, waking up, coming on here late, but here, still be here, and then then getting ready, and then going to work, and then coming home, and then whatever, doing the same thing. I haven't really gone out anywhere. I haven't even actually went outside, besides walking to and from my car. And it's funny because today I'm supposed to see a friend. So that's the first new thing that I've done in a while. So I think that'll be my little exploration. I'm going to see my friend who's a metaphysical practitioner, actually. So I'm excited to kind of talk with her and catch up with her. Funny enough, oh my gosh, I hope she doesn't feel any type of way. I'm going to be starting a podcast with her. She is the lady that changed my life. Okay? So that's something that we've been working on or kind of playing around with in the background for the past month or two. She's one of those people who hasn't seen her light, because she's been doing a lot of behind the scenes work. I mean, this lady is I would recommend her for anybody besides astrology. I mean, if you she got her doctorate degree. She is the stuffs, okay? She is quite literally the reason why I am where I am today. So I've been telling her the more people need to see you, and so I just kind of told her hey, why don't we record our conversations, because we have such the best ones, and her mind is literally oh my gosh. And I just be feeling bad when I'm around her, because I'm I feel I shouldn't be the only one getting all this knowledge. The more people, this will help so many much more people. So she's once again, she's not used to being out there. So anyways, it's funny because we're going to be meeting. So hopefully, fingers crossed, she agrees, because I do think it's going to be a game changer.